name is Kristen Nichols.
My name is Marisa Lucarelli.
And we're from the University of Toledo, undergraduates in the Speech and Language Pathology Department.
This research is in collaboration with our professor, Dr. Caroline Menezes, and is entitled The Articulatory Analysis of the Vowel Space in Those with Mild Parkinson's Disease.
As many as 1 million people in the United States have Parkinson's disease, and there are over 60,000 new cases each year.
This study strives to understand how the characteristics of Parkinson's, such as tremors and rigidity, affect the movement patterns of the speech articulators.
This study involved 4 female speakers, 2 healthy and 2 with Parkinson's. There were 6 vowels tested, 3 tense vowels and 3 lax vowels. They were placed in a carrier phrase, for example, please say bid again, with bid being the target word. Each utterance was read a total of 6 times in random order for a total of 36 sentences per subject. The data was recorded simultaneously on the electromagnetic articulograph.
First, we ran an acoustic analysis using the software Pratt, which calculated the first and second formant values, which is the vertical movement of the tongue and the horizontal movement of the tongue. And we extracted these from the vowels at 50% into the production. We then ran an articulatory analysis using Visartico, which is an articulatory software that calculated the minimum and maximum displacement of the tongue and jaw for the Z and X axis. And we calculated these for the coils that we placed on the articulators, which is shown in this diagram. This information was then imported into IBM SPSS software for statistical analysis.
These graphs here are the tense and lax vowel spaces using mean F1 and F2. Here, the tense vowel space for Parkinsonian speakers is reduced effectively in the F2 dimension, and the lax vowel space reveals a greater reduction for Parkinson's when compared to healthy speakers. The highlighted CV tables above and below show an overall increased variability for both tense and lax vowels when produced by Parkinsonian speakers. Vowel space area was computed in hertz squared, and the acoustic tense vowel space for Parkinsonian speech is smaller than in healthy. The same is true for the lax vowel space.
For the articulatory results, here on the left we have the tense vowel space, which is the tongue dorsum displacement and the tongue dorsum X displacement and tongue dorsum Z displacement, and we separated these by speaker. So here it shows that different speakers have different articulatory spaces and different articulatory areas, which is pretty much expected. The Parkinsonian speakers vary more on the vertical displacement of the tongue, while the healthy speakers vary more on the horizontal displacement. The overall area is relatively maintained across health conditions, however. For the lax vowel space here on the right, we can see that most speakers have a reduced articulatory space for the lax vowels. 3 out of 4 of them do. The one that does not is Parkinsonian speaker 2, which has actually a larger lax vowel space than their tense vowel space, and we think that this could be a manifestation of reduced muscle control. Parkinsonian speaker 1, their lax vowel space is more laterally produced, while Parkinsonian 2's vowel space is more horizontally produced. And this suggests that Parkinsonian speakers may struggle with different types of movement, and that could vary speaker to speaker.
In conclusion, Parkinson's speakers have an overall reduced acoustic vowel space, with lax vowel space being more reduced. Therefore, persons with Parkinson's are able to maintain their tense vowel space more so than their lax vowel space. Vowel identity, however, is maintained across speakers regardless of their health status.
The 2 Parkinsonian subjects that we tested in this study have 2 very different articulatory strategies when it comes to forming vowels, and we think that this could be symptomatic. Future studies are needed to corroborate the findings that we have presented in this study to discover meaningful and more effective therapy strategies.
Thank you.